Yo, what's up guys, StirPhry here, and today we're gonna check out Destina. We're gonna take a look at her kit, see where and how to use her, how to gear her, and see if she is worth it to you. Destina is a 5-star Earth Soul Weaver. Her S1 is key to an oath. She attacks the enemy with her staff and heals the ally with the lowest HP. If you soul burn this, she will hit the enemy and heal everybody, a huge heal for everybody on your team. And her S2 is regen. It will heal one ally and push their CR by 50%. And now her S3 is Destina's Grace. It is a huge heal on your entire team, but before it heals, it will actually cleanse all debuffs on your entire team as well. It will push the ally's CR by 15% per debuff that is cleansed, up to 4 debuffs. And now Destina also has an exclusive equipment which raises her effect resistance by 8 up to 16%. The first EE will allow Destina to cleanse one debuff from the ally with the lowest health when you use the S1. The second EE will give you a 30% chance to reset the cooldown of the S2 regen. And now the third one will reduce the cooldown of Destina's Grace, the S3, by 1 turn. The pros and cons to Destina. I think Destina's biggest strength is that she is a grass type healer. There are not many grass type healers that can heal as well as Destina can. She has a very big heal on the S3, and the S2 is quite impressive as well, and the S1 even heals. So pretty much all of her skills will heal. Sadly though, those are all of her strengths, and her weaknesses are quite apparent. The biggest one is that her S3 is on a very long cooldown. If you want to reduce it, you will have to use the third EE. And using the third EE will take away from the first EE, which I think is her best one because it is so strong. She has not a single debuff on any of her skills. She is pretty much a healing machine, and that's good, but it can also be kinda bad. So with a kit full of only heals, where can we use Destina? I do not find Destina useful in any PvE content. However, I think she is usable in all of PvP content. She is great in Arena offense and defense, Guild War offense and defense, and World Arena as well. In World Arena, I will admit you will probably never see a Destina, but she is still definitely usable, especially on a water heavy comp. You're going to have a lot of issues trying to kill your Destina. So with all of that, how do we play Destina? Her role is quite obvious, and she is a healer. She is a very good healer as well because her heals are freaking huge. But she is not just a healer, remember that. She can also cleanse and push CR. She might not do anything very fancy, but she does her job and she does it quite well. Now as for team synergy, Destina does work with a variety of teams, but it just really depends on how you play those teams. Because of her long cooldown on her S3, she does not do well with being able to heal constantly, unless you need her for small heals, which is with a tanky team, because tanky teams can get away with small heals every single turn. If you want to bring her with a DPS team, you gotta finish the fight fast, because once she breaks out her S3, she's gonna be kind of a potato for a long time. Of course, she's gonna heal and she has a CR push and the cleanse, but it does come in small increments, and your DPS will most likely not be able to survive until she gets her S3 back up for a second time. So what is Destina strong against? In my opinion, she is very strong against a first turn control debuff team, such as someone like a Cerise or an F10A or something like that just lands as many debuffs as they can on the first turn. Then when you S3 with the Destina, it's gonna cleanse all of it, heal everybody to full, and push the CR of your entire team. So then what is the counter to someone who has such massive heals? It may sound weird, but a team with very heavy DPS is actually the counter to Destina. And by that, I mean people who are able to constantly deal damage, because once she breaks out her S3, which is her biggest heal, the cooldown on it is so long that she is no longer able to sustain her team very effectively. So now how do we build Destina? The first build here is a speed FRES build. Of course, you're going to put her on a speed set or even a revenge set, and for sub you're going to go immunity or resist. You do want to stack as much speed as possible because she has very low base speed, so you need her to be able to rotate her turns, especially with a super long freaking cooldown on the S3. Now as for health and defense, you do want to stack a lot of that, but you want to stack more health than defense. For effectiveness, you need none because she has no debuffs at all, but you are going to want a lot of resistance. Now as for artifacts, I do recommend Shamadra's Staff. I think this is an underrated artifact, but it is very good on Destina. It will provide your entire team with FRES, and it will enhance every single skill of hers because every single skill of hers is a freaking heal. You can also go with Water's Origin because it is a very solid artifact all around for all healers. Then of course Potion Vial for the extra cleanse, Idle's Cheer to push up the CR of your team, and Celestian to make her S1 heal even more. For exclusive equipment, I would recommend the third one, especially if you are going speed, because she is going to be going fast enough so then you can rotate into your S3 even faster. And now the second build is a counter build, which I do recommend because it is very fun and very freaking annoying. You are going to go with a counter set, obviously, and then with an immunity or resist sub. Now the stats for this build are very similar to the last build, however you are going to go with less speed just because it's going to be a lot harder to make your hero as fast as on a speed set. So you're just going to stack more into the defensive stats such as health, defense, and effect resistance. For artifacts, I would go with Celestian because every time you counter you are going to heal. And then you can go Surmajo's Staff, Water's Origin, Idol's Cheer, and Potion Vial, pretty much the same artifacts, just in a slightly different order. And for the exclusive equipment, definitely use the first one. That means that every time she counters, she is going to have a huge heal with the Celestian and cleanse as well. So my final thoughts on Destina: is she worth the pull? Even though I do think she is a very good hero, I do not think she is worth the pull. I think her biggest selling point is that she is a grass type healer because there are no other notable grass type healers other than Rowana. You have Lots and you have Rin, but those are more utility than healing, and Rowana is more of a passive healer, so she does work quite differently than Destina does. So unless you want her just for the collection or as a Ruel imprint, I personally do not think she is very worth it. But now if you want to use your Destina, is she worth the investment? I would say kinda, but probably not really. If you want to make use of your Destina and use her very well, she does take a lot of investment. She takes very good gear for you to be able to use her at the level that you can use like a Momo or an Angelica, who I think are much easier to gear because they don't require as many stats to be useful. And now finally the waifu rating. Is she waifu? I would say kinda. She doesn't really stand out to me. There's nothing special about her, but you know what? There's also nothing bad about her. She's not evil. You know, she just looks like your genuine, normal. She looks like a nice girl. So, you know, medium waifu rating. I think that's pretty fair. So as always, if you have any questions, please leave them in the comments below or join the Discord and we'll try to help you out. But I hope you enjoyed this. If you did, please like and subscribe. Thank you for hanging out with us, and I'll see you guys next time, man. Bye.